Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
A vigil for a teenager killed in a Lexington shooting was held, and police are still searching for his killer.
Senator Mitch McConnell kicks off a Central and Eastern Kentucky coal tour today.
And a man is behind bars accused of bringing his son to a drug deal. Those stories and more breaking news as it happens. It's coming up on WKYT This Morning. Good morning to you and welcome. It's good to have you with us as we start off this Monday, and we hope you had a good weekend, ready to go on this new week. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. Good morning and welcome in on this Monday. For the latest track on the weather, let's turn to meteorologist Micah Harris.
Well, we're looking outside this morning. I'm not seeing anything as we continue to look across the region. Here's the deal. Start off this morning dry. We go throughout the day holding on to a couple of showers, and those are really north of the river, so they're not even in the state of Kentucky just yet. There's First Alert Defender live radar. You can see across the region, well, just not much. You got to look back toward the north and toward the northwest. Very light showers as we continue to see that progress over toward the east and down toward the southeast. But for us this morning, we're just not dealing with much. So here are your current temperatures. We're holding on to the 40s, even a couple of 30s sprinkled in here and there. Mount Sterling 37, Danville 37. It's kind of a chilly start in those locations. We're at 41 now in Richmond. Somerset coming out at 41 degrees. And no matter where you look, it's going to be chilly this morning. We're at 41 there in Moorhead. Today's forecast holding on to 62 degrees. Few showers here and there. It's really not a washout by any means. And we have one more chance of rain except, well, until we actually hit the weekend. And look, it's going to be beautiful weather then. I'll show you your 7-day coming up.
Micah, thank you. Let's get to the news this morning.
Friends and family held a vigil last night to remember a murdered Lexington teen. Police say 19-year-old Jeffrey Adams was shot and killed Friday morning at an apartment complex on McCullough Drive.
Police say that shooter is still on the run, and WKYT's Garrett Weimer was at the vigil last night as the search for Adams' killer continues.
They marched with a message.
Stop, stop, stop!
They carried signs searching for answers. And they called for an end to the violence that just took their Jeffrey.
We think about when he was a baby growing up, wrestling us and stuff, but that's all I can say. He's going to be missed.
Sadly, these family members are no stranger to that violence. They say Adam's cousin was Antonio Franklin, the 21-year-old shot and killed at Duncan Park in April.
It's just, the violence is crazy and it just needs to stop. It's nonsense.
Here on Windburn, it's an area that has seen its share of violence and crime. 3 people were shot in the area on Friday, but it's the death of 19-year-old Jeffrey Adams that has neighbors here fed up with the violence.
Our teens are going too fast. I mean, everybody's life is not guaranteed, but don't take it. It's not ours to give. You know, it's not ours to take.
So they march with a message for others and for their lost loved ones.
I tell him, Pimp, hold on, we got you down here. And we love you.
This family, now twice touched by tragedy, tired of the violence and its cost. In Lexington, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
And police tell us no arrests have been made in Adams' murder, and if you have any information that could help, Lexington police are asking you to give them a call. A father accused of bringing his son with him to a drug deal gone bad in Lexington is out of jail on bond. According to an arrest citation, police say 30-year-old William Hanks took a prescription drug and then made crack deals while his 5-year-old son sat in the vehicle with him. Investigators tell us that's when 3 other people choked and robbed Hanks and then threw him out of the vehicle. Police say those 3 people then left the boy in downtown Lexington, where he was found by officers. Neighbors say they hope something good comes out of all this.
I hope the guy does some real serious soul searching and, you know, somebody can kind of make it clear to him what could have happened to his little boy because of his behavior.
Last night, a man claiming to be Hanks called our newsroom telling us that he was planning on taking his son to a bonfire and that there were no drugs involved in the situation, but if he knew he was going to be attacked, he wouldn't have brought him. Police have not filed any drug charges against him, but they have charged Hanks with wanton endangerment. He is scheduled to be arraigned in court today, and police are still searching for the 3-year-old, or that is the 3 people who dropped the boy off on the street.
Well, Berea police tell us a woman fell 40 feet while out hiking. She fell somewhere in the Pinnacles area near the Indian Fort Theater. Officers say when emergency crews got to the woman, she was alert, but she may have had a broken ankle. At last check, crews were still working to get her off of that hiking trail. We are tracking a crash out of Montgomery County that happened last night. Kentucky vehicle enforcement and state police still on the scene. We're told that a tractor trailer and a car collided on US 60 near Mount Sterling. One person was flown to a hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
A man is in the hospital and his girlfriend is facing charges after deputies say he jumped from a moving vehicle Saturday night. That happened in Boyle County on US 150 near Perryville. The sheriff's office tells us that Richard Arthur Blocker Jr. jumped out of a car that his girlfriend was driving. His girlfriend, Nancy Jane Shook, was arrested and charged with DUI. Blocker was airlifted to UK Hospital. A Laurel County man is facing a slew of charges after deputies say they found what could be a meth lab in a home this morning. This happened out on Hensley Road. Officers say they found a black cooler under a baby crib containing suspected methamphetamine as well as Suboxone strips and drug paraphernalia. Deputies said there were also 2 children living in the home. They've arrested 39-year-old Richard Ehlers. Ehlers faces multiple drug-related charges and charges of wanton endangerment and theft.
Another man in Laurel County is in jail this morning after deputies say he threatened to kill a woman. This happened on Saturday when deputies got to a home on Philpott Road. They say 29-year-old Brian Baker of London ran out of the back door of the mobile home and hid under it. Deputies say he fought with them when they found him. Baker was charged with terroristic threatening, fleeing and evading police, resisting arrest, and alcohol intoxication. The Franklin County Sheriff's Office is asking for the public's help identifying a man wanted in connection with a theft. Deputies say this man seen here went into the Triple R Mart on US 127 at about 10:30 on Saturday morning and went into the manager's office. Deputies say the man took some cash from a desk while a cash deposit was being made. The man was inside the store for less than 3 minutes.
Kentucky's local governments are reviving a pair of proposals that have been bogged down at the state and federal level. The Louisville Metro Council's Democratic majority is trying to increase that county's minimum wage to $10.10 an hour. In more conservative areas, Republicans have pushed back by trying to pass local laws that would weaken unions. The issues are playing heavily in this year's elections. Democratic U.S. Senate candidate Allison Lundergan Grimes has campaigned to raise the minimum wage. Republican Senator Mitch McConnell says he opposes the increase because he says it would cost jobs. Senator McConnell begins a 15-county, 3-day Central and Eastern Kentucky coal tour later today. He's scheduled to appear at locations in Laurel, Bell, Harlan, Letcher, and Pike counties starting this morning. The tour will continue through Wednesday. McConnell will travel with Congressman Hal Rogers. His first stop will be at 9:45 this morning in Corbin.
In case you missed it, there was a party along the waterfront in Louisville this weekend. It was all for the 100th birthday of the Belle of Louisville. To honor Louisville's historic steamboat, fireworks sent colors flying over the Ohio River as the Belle and passengers watched while floating out on the river. The cruise lasted for 3 hours, and in that time, folks enjoyed food, drinks, and of course, they danced the night away.
I don't know if everybody understands just how amazing it is that a boat like this has been in service more miles than any boat in the United States, maybe the whole globe, and it's right here in Louisville.
Beautiful shots there. After the celebrations, the Belle of Louisville, the Belle of Cincinnati, and the American Queen faced off in a race in Ohio Sunday afternoon. Very cool. With October being Breast Cancer Awareness Month, WKYT is once again teaming up with St. Elizabeth Healthcare to provide breast screenings. The mobile mammography van will be at our studios, WKYT, tomorrow morning from 9:30 until 6:30 at night. To make an appointment, you can call the number that you see there on your screen. Private insurance will be billed, and if you are uninsured, you can get financial help thanks to a grant from Susan G. Komen, Lexington.
All right, good.
Good cause there, and we look forward to seeing you all. So come out to our studios.
4:39 on WKYT this morning, and we are just getting started, and it's so good to have you along with us.
Identity theft is a growing concern among consumers, but there's an easy way you can avoid it happening to you. Moms Every Day has more on that ahead.
And it's a little chilly out there this morning, and it looks like as we go throughout the next several days, it's going to stay that way. We will have a chance of rain, actually 2 chances in our forecast, and then it clears on out for the weekend. I'll show you that coming up.